What's up? What's up? My name is Jay Hudson. We're back with another episode with Jay's Journey, just stories with Jay. So remember, I'm just talking about what's going on with my journey of becoming a model, actor, getting my music out there. So everything that has to do with the arts and shit. So starting off with my week, I remember Tuesday. So Tuesday, I coach a tumbling class, two tumbling classes at this dance studio in Houston. And I would say I got two classes. One class I started off with probably like four or five girls, but now I only have one girl in that class. So I have like a more of advanced class and then a beginner class after that. So the beginner class, I guess I was too hard on these beginner little kids because it's a lot of them. They don't come no more. I was like, damn. So I had a special needs girl too. And I love the little girl because I got like a little special needs sister too. So I was like, okay, let me teach her and some stuff. It kind of reminded me of playing with my little sister and trying to like help her out and stuff. But yeah, she don't come back no more. She this other girl don't come back no more. So I only left with one girl in that class. And the girl that was left in the class, she was actually like pretty good. She listens to me. She tried to like focus and shit and get like the skills. Finally, for that class, the first class before that, the more advanced class, I have like three girls in that class, and the three girls, I want to say they're all like Spanish descent because all their names got like a Spanish kind of names or like Hispanic descent names and stuff. So I was like, okay, y'all must be all like Spanish descent, but it's kind of cool. Like they're like, I guess they know my personality now. They know like I'm look sarcastic and stuff, so they're like laughing and like be sarcastic with me back and stuff. So it's kind of cool. But the class after that, a little younger girls and stuff, so I thought it'd be like more like less strict, but be like strict on them and stuff, but not like sarcastic and stuff, because younger people don't really know you're being sarcastic. They just think you're being mean. But I got a new girl for that class. I had one little, like the first class is like three Hispanic girls. And then the next class, I was only left with one black girl, and she's pretty good. She listens and stuff. She's a little quiet and stuff. And then last class, last Tuesday, I got this other little black girl came to my class. And her mom and them said, like, okay, she's new, she haven't done this before and stuff. It's her first time coming. So I'm thinking this girl, I'm gonna have to like teach her from ground up how to do all this tumbling and stuff. Because kid you not, like the hardest, I always say the hardest level to teach someone is like the beginner level, because it's like that's like the building block level. So if you're like messed up teaching them on a building block level, it's going to be hard to get to the next level. They're going to always have like something wrong if the technique's not right. So it's like sometimes coaching that level can be stressful because you're trying to make sure they're understanding it is all new to them and they're young, so their motor skills are not like all up to par and shit. But if you can tell, I could tell like when she started, like I say one thing or I show it to her and she would do it. It was like I can tell that she's like one of those little girls that like, okay, I'm outside, I'm gonna figure out how to do a cartwheel because I seen it, or I'm gonna figure out how to do a forward roll because I seen it, or a back man. Like she knew little things. I had to like tell her things to do, like okay, make sure you have your hands up and stuff, or finish with your hands up, and she would do it. She was very coachable, so I can't wait to tomorrow Tuesday to come back and coach her again and see like where how can I progress her skills even more and get her to the next level. But yeah, I was excited about that. Now Wednesday, that happened Tuesday. Wednesday, I go to a modeling practice with the agency I'm a part of. Yeah, and we usually have it at this one place downtown Houston, but so far they've been taking us to another place. They've been renting out like a smaller venue and stuff, but we make do, make it work and stuff. But this time I get there and I feel like I was on time. I'm usually on time places. I was on time. Yeah, I was on time. And the room, the studio room that we were supposed to use was locked. Like we could get in the building and stuff and go upstairs, but when we tried to go to the doors, it was locked. So we had this long hallway. So I saw our coach, and as soon as we came up, he was like, "Okay, we're locked out. We're trying to like get the people to come and open the door." But you know me, I'm from the mud. I'm from like a small town. I'm from like a family that didn't really have money. live check to check, so I know how to make something out of nothing. So my first thought was, okay, well, good thing we have this long hallway and all we want is walking, so we can just use this hallway as a runway. That's what I'm thinking in my head and stuff. So, but I can tell some people were like, and then this also they told us this modeling practice, someone was going to come to talk to us about an opportunity that we can like try out for. So it's like, so it was like, if you wanted this opportunity, you need to be at this practice to see what they're talking about, things like that. And I mean, if you're trying to get good at this craft, come to practice. But I did notice it was like some people came, or I heard some people came for me. I guess some people came earlier than I did. And I saw one dude, he was there, but then left. I was like, okay. Because I'm like, for me, this is like anything that comes with like a coach or something. Like if I was back in school like on a team or anything where I'm trying to get better at something and the coach is there, I'm not finna leave unless the coach leave. If the coach don't say we ain't having practice, or the coach trying to make it work, I feel like it's kind of like disrespectful, or you're like wasting their time because you left, or you don't really care about you getting better at it or something. I don't know. I feel like I would never like try to leave, because I know some people left when they heard like the doors was closed. They was like, oh, okay, it's time to go then. Guess we can have practice, but we still had practice. And then some people came in late and stuff, so I was like, oh, kill them. A lot of people come. I don't know. I just be early for stuff, but I always get there and I'm like, dang, people, y'all know they said this time. I'm like, should I just start coming late to stuff? Because a lot of people just be popping up. I'm like, damn, where y'all at? Where y'all coming from? Work or something? I know everybody has different like lives and different like jobs and different things and stuff. But I remember because we used to have this modeling practice at like 6 or 6:30. They keep moving the practice back, thinking, okay, y'all, since I know they know traffic in Houston can be a lot and stuff, so they keep moving. Like they moved the practice time back 2 times. Like they moving from 6:30 to 7, and 7 now it's at 7:30, I think. Something like that, 7:30 to 9. So I'm like, y'all still can make it to this on time, and it's been moving back how many times? I'm confused. Like sometimes I'll be like confused. Some people, like I know people have other things, but I don't understand sometimes. But back to the practice, and then there's one, I remember some people were still coming in late. I guess they were trying to like get there just to make sure they was there for like the opportunity and stuff. Like if they had like other obligations, okay, try to make it to at least the last part to get like some information back. But I remember this one dude. No, wait, let me come back to that. What else happened in practice? Yeah, we had to walk, so we were all like walking down like this one runway, really this hallway, and we were working on like urban walk still and stuff. I remember like the coach wanted us to go downstairs because it was like he wanted to like focus like on like the girls and the guys, and I focused on everyone at once because girls and guys walk different, so he wanted to speak to them one at a time, you know what I'm saying? So he wanted us to go downstairs and like practice downstairs, but I guess he forgot downstairs. All it is just like small little room just to go to the elevator to go up, because all of like the things for this building we're at is just upstairs. Really the downstairs or the first floor is just the elevator. So it's just this small like little lobby, not even a lobby. It's just enough room to get inside to get on the elevator. So it's like, yeah, ain't no room down there. So we just was right by the elevators, like walkway, trying to walk and stuff, because it was no other room. We made it do. It was like once we switched, then we was walking with the coach, and then the girls went into the small little peephole, little elevator, little loft thing. Okay, now back to the ending. So we finally like walked a couple times and so back to ending. They gave us, the people that was there, to tell all the models that were there about the opportunity that was coming up that we can like try out for. So some people like, well, there was like, you have any questions and stuff. Some people asked questions, like, okay, and they asked some pretty good questions, but really it was like no questions, I guess, really. I give us, if we want to do it, we so I think somebody asked questions on when were they going to be shooting the things or filming the things. So that was a good question. And then somebody asked, it was when, I think it was like 2 questions really somebody asked, but really it was like no questions. It was like, if you want to do it, email them that, and then good to go. But then, because this one dude he'll give me a ride home, because we both live on the north side of Houston, and everybody else mostly live on like the south side of Houston, downtown, stuff like that. close to the venues. Because if you live on the north side stuff, you gotta drive all the way down. Because most of the things that the practices and things, or like the casting calls, be either like downtown, southwest side of Houston, things like that. So usually, I don't have a car, so he like, hey, you need a ride and stuff. So I usually get a ride from him. So I remember like when we was leaving the place and stuff, he told me, he was like, "Hey, this one dude," because he was like trying to introduce himself to the person that was giving us the opportunity to tell us about it if y'all wanna try it out and things like that. So he wanted to introduce himself and like get more information on it. So he heard like this one dude, because he said maybe the dude was nervous talking to him or wanted to introduce himself towards too, so he thought he needed to ask a question. But the dude asked the person over like the production or whatnot. He was like, he asked them, what was the question? What was the budget? What was the budget for this project that they were doing? What was the budget? And I'm thinking, he really asked it? Because I'm thinking, that's like something you don't ask. That's like asking someone how much they make on like the first time you meet them. Okay, so how much do you make? Or how much am I making? I'm like, calm down. That's like, I think that's too personal, especially to ask the first time you meet somebody. Like, I guess after like the process, if you get chosen to go to the next step, maybe ask that. But I even think like asking the budget of something, I don't know. Maybe y'all give me y'all comment on this part. Do y'all think asking the budget of a project when you haven't been chosen for the project is too personal, or what do y'all think on that? Because I think it's too personal. I was like, why we ask that? But I don't know, because I'm thinking like, what if she would have told him a low number? He thought was a low number. Wouldn't have done it or wanted to do the project because it was a low number of the budget, or what? I was always thinking about that too. Or he might have just was nervous and wanted to ask a question and didn't know what question to ask, But I just thought that was weird. What else? So there was the modeling. So after modeling practice, then I'm always blessed. I always say when I find rides after these practices and shit. Because a dude from the modeling agency, he gave me a ride home. And then this one friend, really a client and stuff. I want to say he, because it's like, I was like, do I want, because he asked me, he was like, hey, because he gave me a ride. Yeah, this is one of my friends / clients that I have. I cut his hair and therapy and things. He gave me a ride to the practice. He wasn't gonna give me a ride after. I said, hey, save your gas money. Somebody already here, they give me a ride. They already going that way. But I was like, hey, maybe you can give me a ride. If you really want to give me another ride, give me a ride to the show that I'm finna do, the performance show. I was gonna go to this lounge and perform some of my music. So he's like, okay, I'll do that. So he picked me up. So I was like, I'm gonna be blessed with these rides, because I want to say Ubers and then buses be like an hour and a half to 2 hours trying to ride the bus to these places. Sometimes it's closer, but sometimes it can be like an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're going like the southwest side. So he gave me a ride there, and then I got a ride. I thought one of my friends was gonna come and watch me perform, but he was too tired to watch me perform. So he did give me a ride home, but he didn't watch me perform. So I was like, I had 3 different people will give me rides to help me out on Wednesday. So shout out to all of like the people in my life that helped me do this in the modeling agency. They gave me a ride, one of my clients and one of my friends. I'm talking about the other friend too, because he's helping me with like choreography for one of the projects I'm working on. But yeah, so after that, I got dressed and stuff and headed to what I'm trying to say, the lounge for me to perform and stuff. I got to the lounge to perform probably like, I want to say doors open. If the doors open at 9, I think I got to my place around 9 something. I probably got there probably around 10, 9:40, maybe 10. I probably got there around like 10, but I think it was after 10. I got there around like 10:15. So I got there. I shouldn't have got there earlier, but yeah, I was coming from this other place and waiting for a ride and trying to like do other shit in my house before I left. So I think I did get there around like 10:15. So I'm thinking they already probably like started Yeah, they ain't start. They about to start the performing because there's probably a lot of people performing. So I know when I got there, I think I'm like past 10th on the list. It was already like 10 artists signing in, and I'm like, dang, it's gonna take me a while to get on stage. So they gonna play like 11 to 12. So I'm like, dang, but they then when I get there, they say, okay, we're still waiting on like the videographer. So they was getting a videographer to video all the performances too. So I was like, damn, we gotta wait for them. So I'm like, damn, when this shit gonna be over with? And then after that, so they had a videographer they was waiting on. So that was pushing the time back because I think they shouldn't have started around like they say they say doors open at 9, so they're gonna start performances at 10. But they usually never start the performance at 10. It's gonna be probably like 10:30, 10:45 before they start the motherfucking performances. Then they had like a host this past Wednesday. I don't know if they're gonna always have like a different host. He was like a comedian host. So he was like drowning out. I want to say he was drowning out because he was funny. He was cool, but I feel like he wish he would like shortened all the shit he was gonna say between every performance. Because I feel like every time I started performing, he'd have like this big spiel of at least like a 30 seconds long or to a minute of stuff he was saying. I'm like, bro, speed these little comments up so we can get to the next people so we can be out the door because it was a lot of people performing because usually like they say if it's like 20 it was close to 20 people performing and they say it's 20 people and then they like give out more prizes and stuff so it's gonna be a long night because it was like some people I felt bad because for me because there was like a lot of people that performed like as soon as they performed they knew it was gonna be a long time and it was already like 12 almost 1 o'clock when a lot of people went. So they dipped out. So it made like the last probably like 8 people to 10 people, the other 10, 20. If the 10 people went, then 10 other people, it made like the crowd less for them because it's taking a long time to get through people. For one, they have to wait for the videographer. And then the next thing is the dude is hosting, he talking too much in between. So I'm like, speed this process up. That's why I was like, oh wait. It was cool though. He was funny and shit. He was cool. He was making it good, but I was like, just speed it up just a little bit. Take a little bit what you're trying to say out. But the people that performed was good though. Cause it was like some nights when I go there, it's like, okay, y'all alright, but I'm not really seeing some of those like this. It's not like seeing people like live and stuff that's around my level that's like not really known, that's trying to get up, that's better than me. People better than me, I'm like, oh, I need to work harder. And there was like some people there last Wednesday that make me want to work harder. I was like, y'all make me want to get up my pen and pencil down and start going at it, typing out some new music. Because it was just one group from Oklahoma. These boys from Oklahoma coming with overalls. I was trying to figure because it was like I was sitting down because there was a lot of people there that night. It's a small place. So it was people behind me. I had to move like a table over because it was like so many. It was filled up. I didn't move tables in to watch the performance. But there's people behind me. They was like kind of making a noise. It was actually kind of rude. I'm gonna be honest. The group was rude in a sense when they were watching other people because I could hear them inside of my ear from the behind me talking and stuff. So I was talking like a little loud when people was like performing. They was a little rude. But I would say when they did get on stage, they were pretty good. They were good. They had like it was a three dudes. So it was kind of like seeing like a different Migos up there. They was like 3 dudes, but they gave a different style. I always say the Migos because they had like singing and it was actually like a dude like he was like had the good like R&B chill vibe, kind of like rap, sing kind of feel to it. With the other dudes, I think they mostly did rap. But it had like the other vibe to it. I said, okay, this shit is good. I was like, I said, this shit, I ain't gonna lie, this shit is good. So they was good. It was real good. And they came all from Oklahoma. I want to say they did. They said they DJ. One dude DJ because he produced, DJ'd, and like mixed all that shit and stuff. But yeah, they was pretty good. And then I remember this one girl, I think she got some kind of song called Medicine or something. She was good. I remembered her. She kind of reminded me of like that. She had that one song. It reminded me of like Queen Naja. That's what it reminded me of. She kind of remind me of that. And then this one dude, I performed motherfucking 2 songs. I performed my song Future Face and Hello Fresh. Future Phase and Hello Fresh. Future Phase is a more like calm, like meaningful song to like probably like a guitar. So with the mood of the plays, it was kind of like out of pocket with the plays. But that's what I try to do, change the mood. I brought like a chair up there, sat on a chair, try to bring it back, and have my guitar with me, strum some shit. But it was like that kind of mood I was trying to give it, like a meaningful mood, hear the lyrics, stuff like that. Trying to get that out the way. I think people liked the song too. They was vibing the song. It was just a little different because most people come there to rap and then R&B and stuff. And this song is kind of like that pop, slow, water, piano kind of song. You know what I'm saying? But I think people liked it. But then I tried to mix it back up and bring Hello Fresh. Hello Fresh is like that fast, little faster pace. You hear the backbeat in the background, sound like a club song, pop that song. You know what I'm saying? Sound like one of them songs. So I tried to like mix it up, have something slow, and then hit them with something. So give them like two sides of me. So I felt like people like that, and they can see my performance in two different perspectives. And again, I was still mad because I didn't really think I was gonna perform on Wednesday. I didn't. When I woke up Wednesday, me going to perform that night was on my mind. So I did not practice. That's what I'm trying to say. I think I still did good for not practicing, but I need to start practicing before I go perform and shit. I need to practice. Because I think yeah, on my way to the modeling practice, I want to say my friend that was giving me a ride, he asked me was I performing. I was like, I really wasn't thinking about it, but now I'm like, maybe I could. Because like the practice over 9, I could just rush there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. And after I performed, it was just one dude, and I felt bad for him because he was performing after me and stuff, and a lot of more people was leaving. Now I was trying to leave too. I was like, okay, it's time to go. It's getting late. I already performed. But I was like, let me try to stay for a couple more artists. I was glad I stayed because there's one guy. He was pretty good. I think he said he was from New York or something. But he was good. He was good. He was a rapper. He tried to give you a lot of things. I can feel it. I was like, boy, he did something with a shirt too. After me, I said, boy, you sold it for me. But I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I said something about it now. But but he was pretty good because he did 2 songs and the songs was different. And he did like a acapella verse after his music was done and shit. So he was trying to leave everything out there. So I was like, I can tell he had some heart. Because he was like, I'm finna leave. And he would say, I don't care how many people left in this room. Whoever in here, y'all can hear my shit. Y'all meant to be here. I'm finna go off. So I feel like in his own mind, it's like he went off. He did what he had to do. I'm in love with you. Okay, what else? On the performance artist doing. Oh, now, y'all, I had to talk about this. Now, this motherfucker. I don't mean not say that. I say motherfucker a lot. I'm sorry. I try not to say it, but that's one of my like slang words. I say motherfucker a lot. Daddy fuck motherfucker. I say a lot. So my friend is picking me up from the performance. He was supposed to watch my performance, but he said he was like too tired. He didn't want to be around people, so I was like, I understand. So he's gonna wait for me in the parking lot. So when I'm finna leave and stuff, say I'm leave, he say here. So he say he was hungry and stuff, trying to be nice. So I was like, okay, he wanted some food from the place. I'm thinking, you really want some food from the place? I never tried the food from the place, but I was like, okay, I'll see if they still like selling plates and stuff. So we couldn't like went to a fast restaurant that was still open and got some food. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, whatever. So I went in there. I said, oh, he said he wants some lemon pepper wings. So I was like, okay, let me see what they got there. Got that. So I went back to the bar and talked to some people. I was like, okay, y'all still selling plates? They said, yeah. I said, okay, can I get a plate? I want lemon pepper wings. I know I said lemon pepper wings. I know I said lemon pepper wings. I know I said it. So the person to talk to is like, okay, they get the order in. They say it's $12. So I'm like, okay, $12. So I'm like, I don't know. For me, I'm like $12. I say, okay, that's a little. I'm gonna say, I guess for a business, y'all trying to make y'all money, $12. I say, I guess it's a business. Y'all ain't not like a franchise and stuff. So it's a business. Y'all trying to get y'all money. I pay the $12. So I said, okay. It's wings, so I should have. I'm thinking like wings. I should have at least 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? For $12, and some fries come with it. So I'm like, okay, ain't for me either. So I stayed for a little longer, listening to some performance for my wings. Well, not even my plate. This is for the person picking me up and stuff. I finally get the plate, and I'm finna take it to the person, and they open it. And it's funny, but before they open and stuff, it was funny because the dude that was hosting the night at the lounge we were performing, he was telling us, "Hey, y'all get y'all go over there and buy y'all a plate or something." He was saying the fries was real good and stuff. They real seasoned. And he said a real season. I'm like, okay, they got some good seasoning on. He was like, that's what they say, they real season. He was like, they ain't like no McDonald's fries or something like that, just not seasoned, or they don't taste like nothing. So he's like, okay, they seasoned. He opened this plate. This plate had 4 wings on it. And I'm not saying like 4 whole wings where it has like this part in the wing on it. So you get the drumlet and you get that a whole wing, 4 whole wings. No, they had 2 whole wings where they was cut off. So it was like it was like 4 little wings, not 4 whole wings. 4 little wings on it. They were just fried. They didn't have no lemon pepper on it. No kind of sauce on it. Nothing. Just fried. Then, so I don't even know they had that much seasoning on it. All the seasoning was on the fries. I was like, it's a difference between making a good type of seasoning that's well, like, balanced. When I say balanced, it's not just salty seasoning. If you gotta put some spice, salt, sweet, not just like this seasoning tastes like it was supposed to be like lemon pepper like seasoning, but I was like, why is the lemon pepper seasoning just on the fries when I wanted the lemon pepper seasoning on the chicken for one thing? But it tastes like it was supposed to be like lemon pepper seasoning, but all it tastes like was a lot of fucking salt with some kind of other seasoning with it. So I was like, this shit is salty as fuck. I was like, you really can? I was asking the dude, I was like, you really can eat this? Like, I was just taste it. I said, this shit is salty. I said, that's salt. I was like, what? And then these 4 little drumlets, I'm like, this is $12. This is $12. I was like, I'm thinking somebody stole 2 of my wings. If this $12, I was like, but okay, I just know not to. I try to like help out or try to like support, so you buy something. But if y'all gonna do a plate like that with 4 little drumlets on it and some salty, unbalanced seasoned fries on it, I don't want it. I don't want it. Get somebody else to buy it. I don't want it. I said I was so mad because I was like, man, we could have went to a fast food restaurant for half the price and got some shit better than that. I was like, y'all. I said, y'all fool me once. It's shame on you. Don't fool. You can't fool me. Don't even fool me again. Because I go hungry before I buy something else. Well, okay, so that's wait, okay, Thursday, did anything happen Thursday? I can't remember what happened Thursday, if something happened Thursday or not. I know I've been working on like choreography and stuff sometimes, like, and I'm trying to be a good person. My friend that's working with me on this choreography, he needs somebody to watch his dogs. I'm watching his puppy for him right now. The puppy is irking my fucking nerves. But I'm trying to do it out the kindness of my heart to watch his dog since he's doing my choreography. But I've been taking care of that dog, working here and there. I've been trying to, because I'm working on like a new song. I'm trying to work on like a summer single for this summer. So I'm working on it, but I'm trying to tell my engineer that I need to go back to the studio. When next time he gonna come to the studio, that I will send this long ass message on Sunday This motherfucker don't hit me back. He take a whole week to hit me back. I'm still trying to send him little things about the song to like touch, like I can listen to it. Okay, maybe do this. Like give him like some stuff to do. Don't hit me back. I was like, I'm thinking so. Then he finally hit me back and said, okay, I'm gonna be at the studio. He said he gonna be at the studio. I want to say he said he was gonna be at the studio early on Friday. He said he gonna be at the studio early on Friday. So I hit him up on Friday. Cause he don't hit me up on Friday. I'm like, okay, so I guess he gonna let me know when you're at the studio and I can come. Cause on the message on Sunday, I tell you I need to come back to the booth. So motherfucker, let me know how much I pay. I try to tell him like I'm not trying to. I only got one thing to do, so it's not gonna take me a whole 2 hours to do this one thing. So let me know if I can come this one thing, pay you for the time being. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess me back. So then he gonna say, okay, you can come. Oh, he gonna say, I'm gonna be at the studio early on Friday. Finally messaged him on Friday around like 2, like, oh, did you go to the studio? Are you still there? Like, whoa, don't hit me back. Don't message me back. So I'm like, motherfucker, goddamn. So it's like, what the fuck? Why you don't message me back? I don't understand that. I'm trying to do business. You're not messaging me back. So I finally said, okay, this motherfucker, let me just act like his mind or something. Sometimes you just gotta go with their mind and shit. But I need to find me another, what's the word for it? Studio. I need to find me another studio to go to. Because finally I said, let me just send him the money it costs for 2 hours, go and send it to him, and then tell him, just let me know when I can come to do my hours. So I did that. Send him money first to get his attention, and then send it. I said, oh, okay, I'll let you know in the hour. Damn, I said, that's all it take for you to respond back to my black ass is to send you money, to make sure I send the money first. Then so when you can respond back to me quickly. I was like, ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? I said, these people, you know when people only care about money? I said, I was like, am I that bad of an artist? You don't want to work with me? That, or am I that unprofessional? Is that it? Because I mean, somebody gonna tell me like, oh, some artists are unprofessional. I'm like, am I getting unprofessional or something? This way you don't want to work with me? You making it hard on me? Because I'm getting stressed out. I'm trying to get this music done and you stressing me out. I'm like, answer my fucking text. I'm like, hell. But yeah, finally went to the studio because I sent the money, then messaged them. I guess what I gotta do now. I gotta send money before I message people to get their attention. And shit. So what else was I say? Friday. When did I actually go to the studio? I went to the studio on, was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. But okay, Friday, worked on choreography. I worked on choreography on Friday, trying to get that down and stuff. And then I needed to find some swim trunks for the casting call. The casting call on Saturday. So I think I went to Marshall's or something, trying to find some cheap. Went to Walmart first. Theirs was too. I said, nah, I ain't want none of this. And I went to Marshall's in Ross, trying to find something for the low for the cheap. I don't care. I shop this stores. Found some swim trucks at Marshall's and stuff, and found some cute shorts, some short shorts, show my thighs. Found some of them. I said, oh, these cute. Wear these too. And stuff. So that's what I did on Friday. I probably tumble too. I try to like go outside and like tumble and stuff. Try to stay busy, trying to work on like different aspects and shit. And I know I think I cut a couple heads. I cut like 2 heads on Friday, and then I did some therapy, like a massage and stuff. Saturday was the swimsuit casting call. They say registration. Okay, I wasn't even gonna go to the casting call just because every time they promoted it, all I saw was like they were promoting like female models, like female swimsuit, female models. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's only like a female casting call because they was only promoting like females. So I was like, okay, I don't want to show up. I'm on a guy. I'm like, I guess. And then finally I saw like one post they did. They had like instructions for female models and guy models. So I was like, okay, they are casting guy models. But when I get there, and I don't know why, okay, they said registration for the casting call was from 12 to 12:30. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get there between 12 and 12:30. So I think I got there around like 12:05 or 12:10, something like that. Or like 12:05 or something like that. I was the first guy there, so I'm like, okay, it's still a little early. I'm the first guy here. I was like, oh shit. And then like finally a couple guys like finally came. I think like one or two other guys finally came before 12:30. But really it was only like 3 or 4 guys there before 12:30. So I'm thinking, damn, ain't that many guys. Like they gonna have to pick for us, so they gotta pick me. That's what I was thinking. And then I met this one girl there at the casting call. Cause I was like, she looked at like a little out of place. Ain't gonna lie, cause it's like I mean, the people hosting it are black. It's like an urban street fashion show, but like swimsuit, summer. You know what I'm saying? But she's a little white girl with this like boy, kind of like a haircut like mine's. A little white girl. And so I'm like, she looks just like she like this timid coming in to like all the room where the models at. So I just say, hey, how you doing? Just to make a little small conversation with her. She stopped at my table. We made conversation. She was a I'm trying to say what's the word for it? Caucasian exotic dancer. So it's probably like work at some Caucasian clubs dancing. You know what I'm saying? Exotic dancer. She just worked at 3 different clubs and stuff in Houston where she danced at. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, you work at 3 different clubs. You got you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing on stage. So you should be easily rock out like a walk. You know what I'm saying? Because usually like the best walkers, the ones that have like some rhythm, that have dance experience, be some good walkers because they know how to like make a walk look good on their feet to turn and stuff like that in heels. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, she got it. And I was thinking, then as soon as I saw her win, I said, oh shit. As soon as I saw her walk, I was like, oh shit, because I said, damn, I shouldn't have told her. I shouldn't have asked her, do you know an urban walk? Like, have you ever walked urban? Have you ever like put a little sass in your walk and stuff like that? I wish I wouldn't have asked her that because when I saw her walk, that shit was so high fashion, during the locks going, not moving her arms at all. I said no hip action whatsoever. I said, ooh, I was thinking in my head, ooh, they probably ain't gonna pick you. I was like, ooh. But I would feel like it was like a little bit my fault because I shouldn't have like told her. I said, "Oh, you gotta give it a little bit of extra." It's like urban walk, you know what I'm saying? Give a little bit of extra. But I ain't say that, and I was like, "Oh, kill him." What else I was gonna say on it? Ooh, and then after that, it was this one girl, and this was the plus size girl. It was a couple plus size girls there that was getting their thing. It was this one girl. I said, y'all better pick her. It was this one plus size girl there, and she was like, no, some plus size girls, it's like they plus size, so they thick, but they still like their body looks good because it's still like what's the word for it? It still fits. I won't say it fits them, but it like their proportions work with them being plus size. You know what I'm saying? Like their proportions with their body, with their plus size legs, plus size upper body, the small, a little smaller here, it works. So I was like, I was thinking if y'all don't pick her, I want to make something for this one plus size model. I want to make something for her because she was walking, confident walking, getting it. Didn't leave no crumbs. She was getting it. I was like, okay, go ahead, turn up. But this one girl, she knew me from I think another cast. I was trying to figure out what she knew me from because I didn't remember what she knew me from. But she said she saw me at a casting call like I think a week or so before that because she was like gave me a hug and stuff. I'm like, where I know you from? It's her casting call. But, ooh, kill him. I ain't gonna be honest. So I said, this is my honesty on here and just be speaking my mind. If I had her body, I would not be trying to go to a casting call for a swimsuit. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not. Because I would say this. So I don't like speaking on women because I don't have a woman's body and stuff, and I know it's like a strong line in between that. So I'm just gonna really touch on it real quick. I would say, especially something like swimwear where it's like you showing more of your body. So this is not really shaming plus size women at all. Like I said, before she went, it was a plus size woman that rocked throwing away. I want to be a fashion designer just to make something for her. Just to make something for her because she did good. But it's like either have it's one or two things. One or two things when I look at well really three things. Three things when I look at she had one the one I'm talking about, she had one when I look at when I think of like my especially modeling like swimwear. Swimwear. Confidence, that's one. Everybody gotta have confidence when you walk. But then body. So like body proportion. Remember I said the other plus size girl, she was plus size, but her proportion still looked good with her being plus size. This other woman that came in for the casting call, pear shaped. So the body was not there. It was unproportioned. It was not right. It was like, then they go off the other thing. So you showing more skin. So they gonna be looking at your skin. So this is not if you ain't gonna have the proportion in your body, have some good ass skin people wanna look at. Her skin looked like it had like black spots everywhere on the thighs and stuff. So her skin wasn't appealing. The body shape wasn't appealing. The confidence was. I give her that confidence. She had confidence, but I'm like, oh girl, you guys should have worked on something. One of them other two, you have two more than this one. Confidence was good. I gave you now. She did at least have confidence, but I was like, oh, kill her. What else was I want to talk about on it? Oh yeah, this one dude. Oh yeah, y'all know I can tumble. I can tumble. So I was like, this one dude, he came late because a lot of people came late to this casting call. So I was like, y'all still. And I was thinking like, I guess they emailed like the people over this casting call like, hey, I got this on me late. Can I be it? Because it was a lot of people came late. But then I was like, did y'all know they was coming late? Because I didn't know. I thought we were only walking once. They didn't say we might be walking 2 times. So I walked. I was like the sixth person. Like it was like I think 60 people that tried out, and I was six. So I was like got there like early or got there on time. A lot of people came late. That's really what it was. I got there on time, and a lot of people came late, and they still let them walk. But they came when everybody was done. They thought everybody was done. People were still coming in when they said this, trying to walk. They was like, okay, if I call your number, you're walking a second time. So they called my number. I already had like my shorts back on, my muscle shirt back on. I take that back off to get back in line to walk. It was still people coming in though and stuff. So I was just thinking like, y'all really letting these other people come in, but it was like a lot of like more dudes come in and stuff like that. So they tried to like let more people walk. So we couldn't have been done with the process faster. I think if people when they came on time from 12 to 12:30 got registered and then never got in line and stuff. I feel like it was like harder on the people working it and trying to like judge the models because people would keep coming in late and stuff. They have to wait for people to go to walk one time when we were all trying to walk the second time. Because it was already people that already knew that they probably didn't get picked because they didn't walk a second time. Like the Caucasian exotic dancer I met, she didn't walk a second time, so I probably didn't pick her. I'm gonna assume all the people that had walked a second time went to the next level. They want to see them one more time, see if they make their last pick. That's what I'm thinking. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It was so I'm finna walk again. I remember this one dude came in late, and I think he did like everybody was just trying to see what he did. I think I heard something or something, but he did like a flip down the runway or something, down like the model walkway or something. So I was like, "Ooh, kill him." So in a sense, I don't know if they're gonna pick him or not because it looked like he was playing around. I can tumble. I always want to put like a tumble. I was thinking about doing like an end with a tumble pass, but I feel like he ran and did one. I feel like you shouldn't do that just because they want to see you walk it, in a sense. So that's why I was doing at the end. But then the woman came back over us and said, "Don't do nothing extra this time. Do the same walk." So I said, if she would have never said that, I probably would have ended with like a flip at the end of my walk. But she said that. I said, let me just keep it cute and just do a walk. So I just did a walk. I say, oh, he trying to compete. I said, let me do something. I said, nah, I ain't do nothing. But then this other, kill him. I said I had to talk about this too. So my second time walking, when I was in line to walk the second time, I guess I was close to other girls that I wasn't close to. It was just because all the people around me, they look good. I said the body yaddy yaddies, bodies to the floor, face look good, hair done. All these bad bitches around me, they looking good. This one girl, I remember she was like lighter complexion. I think her hair was a nice, like natural look and shit. She looked good. Body was there. I did one of these, like a real fast, like glance, like to look the other way. But when I glanced on her, tell me why it was like it looked like for me looking at it, it looked like she never shaved her swimsuit area. She never shaved her swimsuit area, and she did it for the first time going to this fashion casting call. And so she had like a lot of razor bumps in that area. So I'm just gonna say the shit didn't look appealing. I saw it. I guess the judges can't see it because they were a little distance away from her. But I was right there. I said, oh shit. I couldn't think I ain't looked up too many times. So I was like, oh, kill him, girl. This shit like it hurt. But like a lot of like big ass razor bumps like right by her like area. I said, ooh. I was like, oh, but she was confident though. But I was like, oh, girl. I was like, oh, girl. Oh, I remember this one dude because it wasn't a lot of dudes there. I feel like it was probably 10, maybe 10 guys there out of all the, because I feel like probably 50 girls and 10 guys. It was like 60 people, 50 girls, 10 guys. And this one dude, he was just doing his whole walk. Cause I think this was his second walk, maybe, or maybe he came in late, so he only walked once. I can't because a lot of people was coming in late, so I don't know if he walked the second time. He was just coming walking one time. But his walk was all like stuff like if you went to like a modeling coach, they'll tell you not to do. They'll say like these are only for kids, the youth age to do, like corny poses, poses, or what else did I say? I put like it was like corny poses or over exaggerated poses. I was just like, is he serious? Like, as I was watching it, I was like, is he serious, y'all? Is this what he gonna do? So I was thinking, like, I don't know. I was like, maybe some designers like that over exaggerated, comical type of poses down the runway and stuff, and maybe. But I was just like, is he serious? Is he really serious? That's all I was thinking. Is he really serious, y'all? That's his walk. He even walk in. I just remember that he was doing because he had the glasses. He said he did some big ass pose with the glasses. He was rocking them. He was selling them glasses. Let's just say that he was selling the hell out them glasses. All that happened Saturday. Anything else happened Saturday? Nah, Sunday. Figured that out. Oh yeah, Sunday. Okay, so I was the whole week after the modeling practice on Wednesday. I was trying to figure out how to submit this opportunity because like the people came and talk to us about some opportunity that they had, but you have to send like a video interview to try out. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm finna send this video because every time I try to send it on email, it's too big to send through email. So I'm like, how am I finna send this? Is in this video. I can't send it in because it won't fit. And like, am I just stupid? Is it because I don't have like a laptop? And I tried to send it on my iPad, didn't work. Said it's too big. On my phone said it's too big. I'm like, how do I supposed to send this? I don't know. Then one of my friends said you got to just save it as a file and try to send it through there. Did that, it still didn't work. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? And I was thinking. Finally, it clicked in my head. I said, oh, use an app and then send it as a link. Finally clicked. Because I think I was going to ask my person over my agency, but I think I finally figured it out. I did email somebody. They emailed me back about it. I was like, dang, y'all can email me back about how to send it. But, finally figured out just like, okay, make a YouTube video and then send the link of the YouTube video. So that's what I did, how I sent it and stuff. Anything else happened on, let's say? But yeah, it was a cool week from Tuesday getting a new student in my tumbling classes that I think she's gonna be phenomenal. It's a lot of confidence. She's like a sponge. I can't wait to coach her tomorrow. From Wednesday to going to the practice, networking some more, getting better at the craft of modeling and stuff. and then performing. After that, networking with the people that were there, practicing, performing, things like that. It was cool to go into the casting call. That was my first time doing a casting call in swimwear. I feel like I did good. So I'm just still waiting on a response back and see if I made the casting call. So I made the fashion show. But it was cool to have that experience of walking swimwear, of being confident with my shirt off, with my shirt off, with my shirt off. But I feel like I did good, so hopefully fingers crossed on that. And then what else? Oh yeah, so they got I did get a confirmation back from the opportunity that they showed us. They said, okay, I got your video, so hopefully they like my video and stuff like that. So that went through. So okay, I did something right. So now I'm just like the waiting game. Hopefully I see what happens and stuff. And yeah, right now I'm just still grinding, working on the project. I'm finna probably work on this dance as soon as I get off of here. But working on the project I'm working on and hustling, being my little entrepreneur self. Let me stop saying little. Being my entrepreneur self, working for myself, things like that. Need to pick up this guitar a little bit more if I can keep practicing that. I don't need to pick up a pen so I can keep writing some good ass music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully y'all like my video, like the journey that I'm on. Like I said, I just be talking. So please bear with me. Honestly, do I have anything else to talk about until I get off of here? Because sometimes I think of something real good right before I click stop on this video. I'm like, dang, I ain't say that. But let me see. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. Junks. Oh yeah, that's one thing. I don't know how we got on this subject. Let me stop because wait, should I say that on here? This one dude I got in an argument about because he thinks and I think this is one dude he was from, I won't say exactly where he's from. He's either from like the practice or from the casting call. I forgot how we got on this subject. I think because because I was smoking. I did smoke. Well, everybody else was smoking at the casting call. When I got done at the casting call, I had me a little blunt. I said, let me go and light it up, because I saw this one girl smoking, and they was smoking all down there at the pool area. People that was at the lounge, like smoking hookah and stuff. So I said, let me light my blunt up and chill. I already did my 2 walks. I forgot. Well, I don't know how we got on the subject of something. We got on subject of like other drugs and stuff, like ice and stuff. I was like, oh, I would never like smoke some stuff that's not weed. I can't do it because I'm like already a talkative person. I already think a lot. And I feel like everybody did be on ice, meth, ice creams, all the same thing. Tina, all that stuff. That's how we got on the argument, because the dude think that ice and meth are 2 different things. And I was like, sir, no, that's the same thing. That's just a different word for meth. But ice, Tina, ice cream, all that, I think party too. Party can be like cocaine and stuff, but I mean, I didn't want to say it's Tina now or meth now. But it's all the same thing. He was like, no, he was saying meth is what is made outside a lab, and he was like, ice is what's made in the lab. And I was like, no sir, you trying to make ice to sound better than meth. And I was like, it's the same thing. I said no, people made different names on it because they didn't want to say they were smoking meth. They didn't want to tell people they wanted to smoke with them or trying to get it on them with them, that hey, let's try this meth with me. No, they made other names with ice, Tina, ice cream. Be like, ooh, what's that? Oh, it's party. You want to party with me? But they smoking meth. No. I said, he was way up now, like, nah, bro, no, bro, that's the same thing. So I was like, sir, look that up, stop being, He was really, I said, sir, really? You finna have this argument with me? I said, even like they had on Netflix, I was watching the show on Netflix, and they said that, he was like, yeah, if you ever it was some show, it was like, the show You on Netflix. there's a part on it, and it was like they was talking they was talking to the main character about like dating apps and stuff. There's like, yeah, if somebody ever sends you the ice cream emoji or something like that's meth or something, it was like we all know this. I said, sir, if the writers of this Netflix show know it, I said, yo, black ass in the hood should know it too. I said, what the hell? But I had to say that. But I don't think nothing else happened. But let me get off here, because I'll be spilling all my tea. Well, I ain't doing this shit. I was just spilling all my tea. I don't do this shit. Do I look like I do this shit? No, don't answer that. Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question. If y'all say yes, I'm like, how dare y'all? But let me do this. Let me get off here so I can get some more shit done. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all continue watching, whoever's going to watch it, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Just want to talk to you a little bit. But I'll see y'all next week. See what else happens. Fingers crossed on everything. Y'all have a good one.